In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. In the 76 years of Israel's history, the country has never witnessed a complete shutdown like this. Airports are closed with flights cancelled and no one is coming or going. Universities have ceased operations and people's belongings are scattered at airports as some try desperately to leave the country. Millions have taken to the streets, causing Tel Aviv to be completely jammed. Malls are closed, businesses have halted, shops are shut down, roads are blocked, and transportation has come to a standstill. Fires have been set, and the Israeli army has raised its hands, admitting they can't fire upon their people in such a dire situation. This is an unprecedented moment in Israel's history. Prime Minister Netanyahu, his face turning red with frustration, has addressed the nation, expressing sorrow and admitting that despite his best efforts, he couldn't protect the people. What has unfolded is beyond anyone's imagination, a situation so severe that Israel has been brought to its knees, and Netanyahu himself appears powerless. The root of this chaos can be traced to the killing of Ismail Haniyeh, which has become a costly mistake for Israel. Yahya Sinwar, the leader of Hamas, has stepped up with a new strategy, causing the people to flood the streets. Israel's intelligence agencies are in disarray, and even the United States has told Netanyahu that his time is running out. Either finalize a deal or prepare to face arrest. Previously, Israel's forces would bomb buildings and tunnels, capturing prisoners in the process. However, this time, Yahya Sinwar issued a different order. He decided not to defend, but to attack aggressively. When Israeli forces approached a building, he ordered his people to leave, knowing the building would be bombed. The result was devastating. Prisoners were killed, and the people were outraged, blaming Netanyahu for the deaths. The streets have become battlegrounds, with people picking up coffins and marching through Israel, refusing to bury the dead until the war is halted. The highways are ablaze, and the anger is directed squarely at Netanyahu. The situation has escalated to the point where the entire country is shut down. Flights cancelled, railways closed, and businesses at a standstill. Netanyahu's dream of waging war against Iran now seems impossible as his people rise against him. Rumors swirl that Iran and Lebanon have masterminded a strategy to bring Netanyahu down, leaving Israel's government and military scrambling to protect the prime minister, moving him to safe locations as the public's patience runs out. Netanyahu's plans to retaliate against Iran have been stymied by the internal chaos, with Lebanon's minor attacks only adding to the tension. The sirens wail through the night, signaling a nation on the brink. The people demand Netanyahu's resignation, blaming him for the crisis. Investors are fleeing, and Israel's economy is crashing. The anger is palpable, and the public refuses to accept the government's decisions any longer. Netanyahu's chair is precariously balanced, with the military and intelligence agencies reluctant to support him further. Israel now faces a critical choice: either strike a deal or face complete internal collapse. The people's strike is not a temporary protest, but a determined effort to crash the economy and force a change. The stock market and currency are in free fall, and the entire world is watching as Israel teeters on the edge of disaster. The Israeli military, traditionally confident in its operations, is now hesitant to enter Gaza, fearing more deaths and the loss of prisoners. The strategy that once seemed certain has now become a liability. The public's demand for peace, even at the cost of significant concessions, is growing louder. Netanyahu is left asking for forgiveness, claiming he tried his best, but Hamas refuses to finalize a deal. The conditions for peace are steep, and the people are no longer willing to sacrifice their future for a war they don't believe in. Israel's situation has never been more dangerous, and the patience of its people has reached its limit. The possibility of a world war looms large, and the outcome of this crisis is uncertain. Netanyahu's government is crumbling, with even the Mossad chief and the director of Shin Bet questioning the course of action. The military is unwilling to fight, and ministers are resigning, admitting they cannot support the current strategy. The nation is on the verge of breaking, and for the first time, a full-scale shutdown and rebellion threaten the very foundation of Israel. This moment could mark the end of Netanyahu's rule and the beginning of a new era for Israel, a nation forced to choose between war and peace, with its people demanding a future free from endless conflict. And that wraps up today's edition of Reality News. If you enjoyed the content, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. See you all tomorrow.